Massachusetts changing how you sign up for a vaccine. I'm Mike Montecalvo.
And I'm Shannon Heggie. Starting Friday, the state will move to a pre-registration system. Those virtual holding rooms will become a thing of the past.
The change comes as roughly 400,000 educators become eligible tomorrow. 12 News reporter Brandon Truitt is live at the vaccination site in Dartmouth with how the state plans to get them appointments with such limited supply. Brandon?
Well, Mike, Bay State teachers can start signing up for appointments tomorrow, but the state says you might have a better shot on Friday when this new pre-registration system rolls out.
Governor Charlie Baker saying people spoke and he listened.
The pre-registration system is designed to make it easier for residents to secure an available appointment and will soon replace the current process of large numbers of appointments being posted online on Thursday mornings.
This new pre-registration will let you fill out a form and be notified when there's an appointment just for you. Starting Friday, if you want a vaccine at a state-run mass vaccination site, this is the way you have to go. For pre-registration, you'll give basic contact info, attest to your eligibility, and pick a method of contact. When you're notified there's a spot, you have 24 hours to accept the appointment.
People should keep in mind that it will probably still take several weeks for eligible residents to be notified that there is an appointment available for them because we're still receiving a real limited federal supply of vaccine doses.
The 7 mass vaccination sites also helping the state inoculate teachers. The lieutenant governor announcing 4 designated days where all mass vac sites will serve just this group.
While we are designating 4 specific days to help vaccinate a good portion of the 400,000 workers in this group, they will otherwise join the pool of eligible residents who can get a vaccine.
Teachers can start signing up for appointments Thursday through the current system, but the state says you'll only have access to those designated days through the new system launching Friday.
So it's important to note that these changes are not impacting pharmacies or community clinics. Everything that was announced today only applies to mass vaccination sites just like this one. Live in Dartmouth, Brandon Truitt, 12 News.
Tonight, Massachusetts is changing how people sign up for vaccines.
It's also setting aside days just for teachers to get vaccinated. Governor Charlie Baker announced both of these changes during a visit to a West Bridgewater factory making PPE.
It was 1 year ago today that Governor Baker declared a state of emergency, and he got choked up reflecting on that and the struggles the state went through just to get PPE in the early days of the pandemic.
And I have to say, well, first of all, I wasn't expecting this. What I have to say is, when I think about what we went through in those first few months to try to find PPE in a world where every global supply chain had basically been frozen.
Governor Baker says the state will switch to a pre-registration system for vaccine appointments on Friday.
12 News reporter Brandon Truitt joins us now from the state's mass vaccination site in Dartmouth with how it all works. Brandon?
Everything that was announced today applies to mass vaccination sites. The state says it's your best chance at an appointment, and they're hoping these changes make one easier to get.
Massachusetts Governor Charlie Baker touring a mask-making facility in West Bridgewater, announcing a new pre-registration system will roll out Friday.
Fill out a form, get notified when there's availability for them to book, and then schedule their appointment to get their vaccination.
Bay State lawmakers have been calling for this change for months. The governor saying it will replace the current system and aims to make those virtual wait rooms a thing of the past.
Initially, this system is only for the 7 mass vaccination sites, but more sites will be added to the pre-registration system in April.
When you go to pre-register, you'll need to provide basic contact info, attest your eligibility, and pick a preferred method of contact. When you're notified there's a spot for you, you'll have 24 hours to accept the appointment.
People should keep in mind that it will probably still take several weeks for eligible residents to be notified that there is an appointment available for them because we're still receiving a real limited federal supply of vaccine doses.
Those state-run mass vaccination sites helping inoculate roughly 400,000 education workers who become eligible Thursday. Massachusetts announcing 4 designated days where all of the state's mass vaccination sites will solely serve K-12 employees. This while the state continues finding the balance of speed versus equity.
It is important that we continue to provide access to other eligible groups, like residents over 65 and individuals with 2 medical conditions.
So to be clear, tomorrow is the last day of the current system. The state says there will be some appointments released in the morning, although they warned they will be limited. Teachers can start signing up tomorrow or wait until Friday when they're eligible for those designated days. In Dartmouth, Brandon Truitt, 12 News.